was a really good month actually. Like, despite what the numbers say, I feel really proud of what I accomplished and what I was able to get done, and such monumental things happened for me personally. My bell. This gun, yes, it shot me down. I died, and someone brought me back to life. Whatever to my house on the shit, dance, house on the shit, no hands. Staring down the barrel of my gun, yes, running through the river with you. House on the shit, dance, house on the shit, no hands. Oh, fuck. Queen up! Queen! Ooh. She released this right before Q2 because she knew we needed the creative inspiration and push to do what the fuck we want to get the things we want out of this year. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. Okay. Wait. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Quin. I'm 27. I'm an applied mathematician and systems modeling and analysis PhD candidate. And I make lifestyle vlogs about staying authentic while elevating and transforming throughout life. I talk a lot about systems, productivity, healthy habits, womanhood, and general life lessons. So if you're about like balanced, healthy lifestyle things, that's what we do over here. So we're in for another plan with me, the April plan with me. We're all about productivity and systems, and I have so many systems in place for organizing my life as a PhD student, as a content creator, as a gym girly, as a up and coming businesswoman, and just all the things that I am. It takes a lot of organization. So these plan with me's are for accountability, for consistency, for checking in about like what I actually did, and saying what I want to do for that kind of accountability, like both ways. So I'm so happy to have finally started making these plan with me's. I was motivated to start because I actually have my own planner that I use. It's a free download in the description, the Better Choices Planner. The Q2 planner is live. It's a 12-week dated planner with sections. It has monthly pages, weekly pages, daily pages, gratitude logs, meal logs, fitness logs, goal setting pages, and notebook pages. Really just anything you could need, because it's everything that I need. I made the original version, the Q1 version, off of my previous bullet journals, and I adapted the Q2 version to be just an upgrade of what I need and all the things I need to be even more accountable for. So I have that in the description box. It's free for this quarter, so check that out. All you have to do is put in your email and you're good to go. So that's what I will be planning in for Q2 in April specifically. And I've been planning in Q1 in the Q1 Better Choices Planner. So it's just, I literally made it for myself because it's what I need, so I can take my bullet journal without having to carry anything. But I made it digitally, so it's very easy to share. So where is she? Oh, she's over here. So when I look in my Notability, I know you can use any kind of PDF app for the planner. It does have hyperlinks, so that is easy navigation. But you can use GoodNotes, you can use Notability, you can use Zoto, you can use Adobe, whatever PDF app you like. I personally love Notability because of its like easy categorization and like navigation. I love it. I have the pro version. I've had it for over a year. So the blue cover here is the Q1 and the pink one is the Q2. I'm so sorry. I have alarms for like almost every hour because I'm obsessed with time and time management. It's a Virgo thing. Anyway, I have updated covers as options in the new planner. There are other options that you can choose from for the cover page that you can just choose for yourself. And I like Notability because I can easily bookmark the pages I want to reference a lot, and I can just easily swipe through to find whatever I need, and I set these every week. I change these up so I don't have to see anything I don't want to. I love it. I love it so much. So we're going to be getting into the following today. I do have a table of contents. I have a plan, if you will, because that's who I am. So the order of today's video is first I'm going to show you the March analysis. So that's my March monthly pages, my weekly report cards, and my personal review, which is more reflections about my life. And then we have the quarter 1 review. I do have a page in the journal for that, so I have filled that out for my quarter 1, and she was a good one. She was an up and down one, but she was good. And then we have a Notion tour check-in, where I check in about my main pages that I check throughout every month. And then we'll get into the April plan with me, my calendar, my goals, planning, setting up my pages. And then we have the final section, the ward out section, my favorites from March and what I'm taking into April. And Quin just dropped Cowper Carter, so I'm taking a lot of that into April. So this is a chatty, lengthy get ready with me. So I hope you have your own planner. I hope you have your own journal and reflections ready, your tea, your water, your juice. Let's get into it. Let's plan, let's reflect. We can't plan until we reflect, which is why we do the analysis first. Okay, my tea is only cooled down just a little bit, so I'm gonna wait still. So let's go through the March monthly pages. So we have the cover page here, which just has my combined vision boards all here on one page. We have the March calendar, where I did write out spring break. I had all of my work hours, my niece's birthday, and what videos I initially planned to record, and 2 of these changed and 3 of these stayed the same, so love that. I didn't use a weekly spread template this month, but I will be using it next month. I have my March 24 vision board. I definitely felt inspired by her. She is my background for my iPad. So what's the best that could happen? Thinking about the next chapter. I really propelled myself forward in March for completing my PhD, so very monumental in that regard. So having all of the graduation theme and like fitness things definitely were the vibe this month. So accurate. Okay, we have the monthly goals page. So my first goal was my proposal presentation and my chapter 4 analysis. So I talked about in one of my upcoming videos, actually you will have seen it already. So I talked about in my previous video about my proposal process and what that means, and I actually did give that presentation and passed it, so I'm officially graduating this semester. So along with that, I celebrated that momentarily, but now that means I have a very strict timeline for completing to graduation. So I wanted to start my analysis, and I've done the coding, but I have not gotten the data yet. So I've done all of the work for my chapter 4 up until a certain point, and that is where I am for completing my dissertation. Like once this work is done, it will be complete. So that is my only area of focus for this month as far as my PhD work is concerned. So that's very, very exciting that I can zero in on my baby. So that's amazing. I filled this all the way in and counted this goal as complete because I've got my coding already done. I'm just waiting on the data to put into it. We're ready to go. All the things in my control, taken care of. And then my goal number 2 was to get 10K steps for 31 days. We'll go into that more when I get to the daily steps page, but I didn't get 31 days, but I did get 10K steps a good amount of days. And I was planning on doing this through morning walks. I didn't implement that this month, but I did get in my daily walks. I said I wanted to do wrist weights, but I actually started using my weighted vest a lot this month. So I count that as done. Like that's even more than what I thought I was going to do. And then I said I wanted to track my steps, which I have been doing still consistently. So counted this goal about like a little over halfway through because of how much I completed it. So love that. And then my third goal was to finalize job applications. Like that meant to me like just figure out where I want to apply, and I have done that in a sense, but I didn't actually finalize the list because I didn't put the list like fully together. So I want to make a Notion database for these jobs, and I did make the database. Like I created it, set the columns of what I wanted to be in there, and I have the bookmarks on my computer, but I haven't put those bookmarks into the table. Feel me? So that's kind of where that is. So I updated my LinkedIn, and I now am like saving jobs through LinkedIn, which I hear is apparently important again for finding jobs in industry, so I'm trying to stay on top of that this month as well. And then I said I wanted to send out networking emails. I did draft my networking email template, so that's like what I want to say. So when I actually wrote out my list of my network, I realized it was bigger than I thought. Like when I wrote out my undergraduate network and then my graduate school network, like at my school, like faculty and students, and then the experiences I've had throughout the summer, that list is longer than I thought. So I haven't gotten through it yet, but I have started. So I count that as like kind of done. So made a lot of progress. I say this is about like 85% done for job applications. April's goal will be to actually submit these because I need a job. So we have the monthly picture hub, which I just love so much. We have here at the beginning of the month just me at my desk trying to get these videos out. This was when I was trying to edit those 2 PhD vlogs. And then we have the following week of me getting back into the gym, just trying to be consistent. And I did wear one real outfit. Then this next week we have my proposal presentation week. There's a vlog that I just put out of this weekend. And then we have that week, this is more just gym fits. And then we have me slowly getting back into wearing real clothes again. And then we have the following week of editing, and then me leaving my house, wearing real clothes, putting on outfits, period, being in the gym. And then this past week, I really stuck to wearing real clothes. Like there's like an outfit every day but 2 days, because those days I was just in here working out. I mean, in here working, typing at the desk. So, but the days I went out, I was also still working. I just wasn't working at home. So, love this month for fits and accomplishments. Like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Now we have the mood tracker. So, I essentially try to track how much I'm above a certain threshold, so like above the happy meter. And I will say this month was a little more trying. It was more trying with like accepting the proposal and what that means about what I have to do. It was trying with my relationships. It was trying with my just like, it was just trying. So when I look at my mood this month, I can kind of see that in the values. So looking at this, I was below my threshold 1, 2, 3, 4 times this month, and that's not bad for 30 days, you know, so I love that. And then when we go to the monthly sleep tracker, I'm tracking how much I'm sleeping and I'm tracking the times I'm sleeping. Both are important separately and together. So overall, I actually did get more 6 hours of sleep than I did last month, thank God, but I did miss 6 days. So compared to last month, that's actually better. Looking at last month, I had a 66%, and this month we have 77% of meeting my sleep goals. So shout out to improvement. I do want to point out though that the times are not good. There's a lot of going to bed at 2 a.m. and 1 a.m. So ideally I would be going to bed earlier than that, but I am getting up at like 8, 9 o'clock, so I'm getting my 6, 7 hours. So I'll take the wins where I can get them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now we have the habit tracker and the step tracker. On the habit tracker here, we have the daily walk, the strength training, the beauty routine, the water, the 10 pages reading, and the supplements. So we see with the daily hour walk that I missed it for 9 days, giving me 21 days where I did hit this goal. So that is this amount of percent, but I did still walk every day, and we'll go over that in the next tracker. For the strength training, I don't work out on the weekends. I do walking on the weekends, so I don't count those as days I have to strength train. So I'm tracking if I'm meeting my 5 days a week. And I did hit this most of these weeks. I missed like 1 day each week, so that impacted me, but I am proud of that. We have the beauty routine, which is me doing my skincare routine, which I have been doing. I've been leaving my house more, so I've been feeling more led to. I don't know, definitely a factor. I did this routine almost every day now. I am proud to be getting back into this habit, so I'm definitely gonna try this again to stay motivated. I tracked my water ounces. I'm trying to get at least 2 liters, and I hit this sum a little more towards these last 2 weeks, but not so much as I would like to. I want to get back into reading. I have the book I want to read on my tablet, and I pull it up sometimes, but I just haven't had time to really sit into it, because I'll get into it and then I'll be like, wait, I like finish cooking or something, and then no, I just haven't. now I just haven't read it. So like that's what's been happening, and I really want to get more intentional with it. So my plan for this upcoming month is to still track it, but to put it as part of my morning routine so that I actually do it, because I'm really good at doing my morning routine now. So if I can just add it in there or habits tack it with something, I think I'll be more successful. And then we have taking my supplements, which is also something I'm good at. So I don't know how habits stack it with that, but I've been hitting this goal almost every day as well. I've been taking my same old ones every day, and I've been in a great mood and feeling very energetic. So now that I'm also getting more sleep, so I'm happy to be consistent with this goal. Looking at my step tracker, we hit this goal how many times out of the month? We hit this goal 21 times out of 31 days. That's a 67%, so still not ideal, but compared to last month it is. This is apparently worse than last month. I have a 67% this month, and last month I had a 76. So hitting it less days, but I also did increase the intensity by wearing my vest more often. So you win some, you lose some, perhaps. So that's how the habit trackers look this month. And when looking at my monthly report card and my weekly report cards, we can see an overview. So looking at my monthly reflection, I got a D for my hitting my protein goal, a 65%. I did actually track my food more this month, so that's my positive from that. By knowing the amount of protein, my goal is 90 plus grams of protein, and I've hit near that or above that only 20 times. So I want to hit that as close to 31 as possible. And then for my sleep goal, I hit it 23 days, so that gives me a C. I think a big influence on this is the late nights. Like I said, was going to bed at 2, 1 a.m. a lot, and that impacts how much sleep I can get and still like wake up on time for the rest of my life. So got to get that together. And then for my best grade yet is taking my supplements. I got a B, doing it 27 days by really making it a part of my morning routine. I've been getting at it better and better. I missed it at the beginning of the month because I was still getting them kind of together, but now we're all good. And then for walking, I got a C, 71% for doing 22 days out of 31. And I think this is because I spent a lot of time at my desk working on writing my dissertation, and also I was kind of lenient because I was like doing the intensity with hitting those walks with my vest on, and I did get a lot of steps on those days, like 16,000, 17,000. So I'm okay with this. And then we have the gym. I only wanted to go 22 days, not 31, because I don't work on the weekends. And I went 17 days, which is a C somehow, but I feel good. Like that's only missing 5 days, like 1 a week, which I guess does make a difference, but still. I think I was consistent in this because I was actually planning out my fits, trying to stick to my workouts, being intentional about just trying to hit every day because I want to restart this challenge in April. So yes, before we get into the memories, I want to go over the weekly report card because like just looking at the month can be kind of but by going by a more week-to-week view, it can give me a more realistic look at how the month went so that I don't feel so bad about like my whole life for them being so low. Okay, so looking at the weekly report cards, you can really see the trend to improvement. My first week of the month was an F, then a C, and then up to an A, and then down 1% to a B. It was literally a 90 and I went down to 89, and then back to an A. So like a level of improvement throughout the month. So it wasn't just horrible, it just kind of started out bad from that hangover of February, and slowly I've gotten it back together. So I love that I can see that through these weekly report cards. From the pictures in the report cards, I can see my progression from wearing just gym clothes to wearing real clothes again in these last 2 weeks. I can also see the change in my grade really comes from getting my daily hour walk more often and getting my strength training more often and hitting my sleep goal. Like those 3 changes, those improved each week, and that has made a significant difference in my grade. So I feel like an honest thing to do would be to change up what habits I track in this new quarter on my weekly report card for the ones that I got 100% on more than twice. So like taking off my vitamins, maybe changing my sleep goal to be 7 hours a week, just like challenging myself a bit. Like I don't want to keep the standard low and just like now just get A's all the time, or maybe I should keep it where it is and not get too optimistic about hitting A's all the time. I don't know, I haven't decided, but I love that I can just see these kind of just at a glance looking at these, and very happy about just this weekly habit. It really helps me get a better look at like my behavior throughout the month and just the monthly review. So shout out to these. I'm excited to keep doing these every week of the year. I can't wait to have just 52 to just see and like compare the grade and make a little graph. Like that'd be so fun. Like week to week, isn't that amazing? Anyway, so now let's get into the monthly reflections. So now that we've done the March analysis of the habits, let's get into the monthly reflections, how I really felt about the month. So when thinking about how March went emotionally, I first want to just address like how I feel about my YouTube channel. And oh my gosh, y'all, I just have such a clear vision for what I'm doing on this platform now. The more I discover myself and the more I get into my career and my creative bag with design and public speaking, the more I understand what I'm doing here. So I really have a sense of pride every time I complete a video, and watching my subscriber count grow like even just a little week to week means a lot to me. So throughout this month, I started the month with 759 subscribers, and as of today, March 30th, I have 804. So that's at least like 40 people. So every new subscriber really means the world to me. Like shout out to the people that really resonate with me and are joining me on my journey. I'm so grateful to be on yours. So now let's get into 3 memories from the month. I have 3 that really stand out to me. The first one being me passing my proposal defense. I bought donuts and lemonade and I really set up. I practiced for it. I created a whole vlog about it and it went so well, and I passed. Like she opened the door and she said congratulations, and I could have cried. My feedback was more about just how good the presentation was and how they wanted to make sure that the dissertation matched everything I said aloud. So that's what I've been working on this month, really making sure that everything I gave in the presentation you can get just from reading it. So it's currently being looked at now, and I've gotten data to fit my model to make it more realistic, to really get some like realistic and honest parameters that are actually reflective of the state of the world today. And that's coming soon, that I can do my analysis. Like it's just all so exciting. What a banger memory. Just like that day, like we had just gotten the announcement that we would get the data. I passed. Like the donuts I had got were really good. Like it was just great. It was great. I loved it so much. Great day. Another memory that sticks out was the day I wore the vest for the first time. It was the first day this month that was really warm. Like we've had some warm days. I think today is even like 70 something. Like spring is giving spring with the flowers and the vibes and the rain and oh, I'm loving it. So wearing that vest was me really committing to my becoming a hiker journey and my long distance walker journey. I'm really loving it and getting more consistent at it every day. So I felt so cute when I first put it on. I was like, oh, it looks cute too. Okay, period. Like, you know, I love me a good bondage thing. Like I used to wear my bondage vest like all the time, so this kind of gives me that, but like workout girl, I'm obsessed. The third memory that comes to mind would have to be just really more of this past 2-3 weeks of me actually putting together outfits. I really enjoy the confidence I feel from self-expression. Like the days I actually put on clothes are the ones I remember the most because I know what I did, because I felt so good and blah blah blah. Like I love that, and I have those days as core memories, and so I really want to get back into doing that just more often. I'm wearing this dress because I just love it so much, and like it makes me feel so confident. And I wore one of the days earlier in this month, and it just I love when I actually express myself. It makes me appreciate who I am and what I have to offer and how unique it is. So those memories really stand out for me this month. Just a month of embracing this journey and this transformation that I am going through, like knowing that it is real and I am able to really handle it well. Like we're doing this. So let's get into 3 accomplishments. These are kind of going to be kind of quick because they're also the memories really this month. So my 3 accomplishments are, you know, giving my proposal presentation and passing, like practicing for it, giving it so well, being told that it was one of the best that someone had heard in 10 years, like one of their top 10. Like what the, like I love public speaking, and like I just love that it went as well as I hoped it would. That memory, that accomplishment stands out to me. It has me really excited for my defense. And then we have the actual writing of my dissertation. I'm really proud I've like completed that first draft. I turned that in to my advisor, so we're really getting the ball moving with having something to submit to my college and saying like, hey, I've done this work to graduate. Like, that's amazing. That's an accomplishment. First draft done. Are you kidding? Okay. And then my third accomplishment for this month would have to be all the vlogging I've done. I've really been doing a good job about like daily vlogs, weekly vlogs, just picking up my camera when it feels right to me, updating my schedule based on my life. And I'm in love with recording my life right now and documenting this journey. I want to get as much of it as I can in whatever way I feel appropriate. So I'm really loving those things. Those things feel like accomplishments. I'm really committing to building my creative career, my professional career, my personal expression, like feeling accomplished. So now that we've talked about the positives, let's get into the areas of improvement, because there are always things to work on. We are not perfect people. So I kind of get my areas of improvement based on my report card that I just went through for the month. So my areas of improvement are, first, getting my protein goal. I know that upping protein and getting an adequate amount of steps are important for body recomposition. So those are like my main two areas of improvement. Getting as close to walking every day as possible, hitting my protein goal. I've actually had some really good days of hitting it, and so now I know how realistic it is that I can hit it. So now I just need to be consistent about cooking meals for myself, tracking my food, which is why I have the meal log now. Like, being serious about those two are my two areas of improvement there. So my protein goal is the first one, and sticking to my walking habit, wearing my vest. I just really want to lean into that journey of becoming a long distance walker. Like, I really enjoy that time with myself. Sometimes I'm writing, sometimes I'm reading, sometimes I'm listening to music, sometimes I'm practicing posture. Like, I love walking now. And then my third area of improvement is my bedtime. I've been hitting the right amount of hours, like 6 to 8, but I really want to get to 7, and I want to go to bed before midnight or at midnight. That would be so much better for me. Like, I just would like that better, so I can wake up just a little earlier, and then we'll slowly move it up. But I want to work on that this month and this quarter, really improving these 3 areas. I think that'll do a lot for seeing a difference in my body and my energy. So that is all of the monthly reflection for March. I feel like it was a really good month, actually. Like, despite what the numbers say, I feel really proud of what I accomplished and what I was able to get done, and such monumental things happened for me personally, just with my personal confidence. So I love March. How was March for you? Like, comment down below what you would say March was like. Like, how would you rate it? A, B, C, D, F, G, and how you feel about it. Like, I want to know. Now let's get into the quarter 1 review, because that is a different kind of overview than just March. So looking at all 3, I have a spread in here for this that I filled out. It has 2 pictures from each month, the habit review, some notes and summary, and then the life level update. And the first month of this year, I did really good with my grades for these habits, like A's and B's, but I was sucking with the protein. The protein got a little better the next month in February, and the rest of the goals kind of dropped a little bit. And this was from working on my defense and everything. And then March, things like stayed the same and got worse. There are 2 pictures for each month on the quarterly review, and I appreciate the pictures I chose for each month. They really kind of signify the difference. The second month being about like working and getting back into clothes. The third month being about my proposal defense and getting back into self-confidence and seeing my grades change. Like I said, the grades kind of got better and then worse, and then like I can see the kind of up and down, the impact of really focusing on my PhD in February and March. So I really want to see some improvement in the grades for this next quarter. Like, I'm excited to compare the quarterly reviews to see just how much better I am with my walking, sleeping, and my protein, like I said, as my goals. And then looking at my life level update, I think that my self-development is my highest area that I'm like for myself, and then my nutrition and my fitness being like really good after that. And then I'm really still building up my career, my cleanliness, like routines, my YouTube career. I feel like those kind of stayed the same throughout these past 2 months for February and March. Like, I don't think they really leveled up too much. I think these were maintenance month, just really trying to actually not to backslide in February and March. So there was a maintenance of these goals, but I do think my cleanliness, like doing my skincare routine, actually committing to my nighttime routine, cleaning up my house, did improve. So I upped that a level, and I think that's the only thing that like I feel like moved up these past 3 months. So that's the only one that I changed. And that's my quarterly review. I know exactly what I want to work on going into April to June and setting up my new planner. So now let's get into the Notion check-in on my desktop. The sun is going down, but that shouldn't matter too much since we're focusing on the computer anyway. So let's start recording a new screen recording. Let's get into a Notion update. So we have here my Quin's life page. So this is just how much of the year. Let's see, we're 25% through the year, 1 quarter. You know, my personal things, my vision board for the full year. And the pages that I check regularly every month are my yearly goals page, my PhD page, and my content calendar. So checking in on my yearly goals page, I have like each of my priority areas and things I want to accomplish. There's no rush on any of these because I do have all year, but I like to see like if I'm staying in alignment with that. So with my personal fashion and beauty, manicure maintenance, having them low cut, I actually just took them off because not in the budget this month, honey. We have too many things to focus on up until graduation. When we get to May, then we're gonna get all dolled up. Okay, pedicure maintenance, same thing. Scrapbook outfits of the week, we went through that together. And clean girl beauty routine, I have been building through my skincare routine. So we're on track with the personal fashion and beauty, period. And then with health and fitness, we have my daily 3-mile walk, which is about my hour walk. And I have been getting back to 3 miles in an hour. It really just depends on the incline of my walk. Like if I'm doing flat, if I'm doing one of those hills, or what kind of hill I'm doing, because they're different like kinds. If I'm having steps. So I always do an hour, but like depending on the terrain determines how many miles I get. So, but I'm walking all the time, so I count that. Lifting 5 times a week. It's looking like I've been lifting 4 times a week. So I really do want to push that to 5 with restarting the 75 fine challenge. And then taking fitness classes, that's something that I'm going to prioritize in the later parts of the year. For my career, I have learning Python and transferring my dissertation model code. I'm currently still building my dissertation model code, so I haven't started learning Python yet. I feel like that'll just be too confusing. My primary goal is finishing up the analysis for my current project in MATLAB, and then once that's all pretty done, then I can start playing in another software for fun. Okay, I can only handle so much. All right, career, graduate with my PhD. I am on track to do that. I'm submitted to graduate. I have my cap and gown in my closet. I'm doing the work to graduate, so we'll be checking that off in the next quarter. In this quarter, sign a 100K job contract. I have my job list together, but I'm getting it together. That's one of my April goals. And then host the first WPP retreat. That's something I care about, like hosting, and I love being a hostess in a general like homely sense, like with my friends, but I realized that I also want to do it professionally. So that's more of the later half of the year. Same with the last year, like this with the speaking engagement. And then I have 2 academic papers published and 1 solo paper. I think all the papers that came out last year. I have submitted. I am submitting one right now, and then I'm going to submit another. So we'll get that kind of done together in the next quarter as well. And those are my career goals. We're on the way with those, so that feels good. And then we have YouTube, new video every Sunday. Let's go ahead and change this to every Monday because that is back the schedule. That's how I planned it. And then we have my daily column, my weekly review, and my newsletter, all of which I've been doing. I missed my newsletter last week because I just forgot to fill it out. Like I had everything updated but the reports, and it kind of just was Monday, and I like sending them on a day. So anyway, I have been doing them though, like that is consistent mostly. And then I said 25 members of the WPP club. We're currently at 18 members signed up through the email list, so shout out to that. Minimum 2 Instagram reels weekly. I am not prioritizing that just yet. All of my social media like extra stuff will be prioritized after I've graduated, when I have much more time on my hands. Like right now I'm documenting what I can of my journey, but the journey is the priority. The documentation is like an extra addition for fun. So, and then we have launching my membership option, the Q Scholar Hub magazine, that will come also later part of the year when things are a little more freed up. So I have the quarterly breakdown here, where the quarter one was all about my PhD, and I think my monthly reflections and quarter review reflect that. And that this quarter two is about my job hunt, which is very, very true. April, May, and June are my graduation, find a job, find an apartment months. So that is my concentration area, like above all else. If you ain't talking about money, don't talk to me kind of vibes for this quarter. And then once I'm gotten all of that settled, I can focus more on social media and YouTube. And then when I have that where I want it, I can explore my fitness and my content the way I want to. So that's the plan quarterly. And so planning these months, April is about defending my dissertation, which is actually not really true. I think my dissertation defense will either be the last week of April or maybe the first or second week of May. So I guess I can leave that there. And then May is the priority is graduation, so period. And then June, I want to do a hiking and tattoo celebration trip, which is still something I'm aiming to do. So we're on track with the monthly breakdown so far. So that's the yearly goals page. Then we have the PhD things page. This hub is one of my favorites. It has Quin Jones PhD at the top. And then this is just me keeping track of my dissertation as I've written it. Chapter 2 is updated. I've added in edits. I've copied this, and well, we changed where this is to, so I'm gonna say the publication because anyway. And then chapter 3 also fully updated. Chapter 4 updated up until here, and then we actually got the data. Well, we have permission to use the data. We haven't gotten it yet, but you know, it's coming. It's gonna be sent to me. And then yeah, I have the code. I have read the papers for the param rates, and I have collected the bounds, so that's great. I already have the code set up for this as well, so the PRCC analysis, so that's great. And then what I have on the parameter estimation, so I did that. And then I'm waiting on these. So everything that I haven't done for this chapter is because I'm waiting for the data. So that's just something that'll be done as soon as I have it, like, you know? And then so my conclusion is will be written after I have those things. So submit lit review to, we changed it to math bio. Yes, I made my proposal presentation. So, hey man, we have a significant progress on the PhD page. And so let me show you, I did make my, I moved it to the top because it's a high priority, my job applications database. So I have like the company, the position, and then like the areas I'm looking for, the URL, the salary, the stage, my resume, updated the cover letter. I forgot about cover letters. The cover letter, the due date, and then any notes. And so then I have up here my current resume, I have my website, and I have my cover letter template like right here at the top. So all I have to do now is actually update these with the stuff in my bookmarks. So that's the current job application view. So that's all of my PhD things on Notion. I will be using this a lot as soon as I get my life together, and like this next week is about that. So amen. And then we have my content calendar. Oh my gosh, I love Notion now for this type shit now more than anything, like turning the databases into like boards and having templates. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. So the way that my channel works is my videos, aside from these Plan With Me's, are a month ahead. So you are seeing this right now at the beginning of April, but then you will also see videos that were recorded in March. Like April's videos are March recorded. May's videos were the ones recorded in April. So that's how my channel is set up. So this video is already live. This video was live a few days before this one. And then my study vlog is coming up next, but that's in March. I recorded another video in March, and that's going to be the week after that. But this one is going to be posted as soon as I finish editing it. So that's kind of how that works. So April is taken care of without me being like, I have to record something. The things I'm recording this month just go into May. And that way, if I record something I don't like, I have ample time and space to record something else that has happened. Like, this is not set in stone, but it is a great way to visualize my goals. So for my content calendar of what I want to record this month, which will go live in May, I actually want to restart my 75 Fine challenge. I was doing a good job before, but I was doing it more of a way of just counting whenever I did it instead of committing to doing it every day in a row. And while I'm definitely still going to be having strength training only on those 5 days, I have a 1 hour workout and 10K steps. So sometimes my walk will be my hour workout and my steps. So I will be doing the 75 Fine challenge, starting over, and I'm recording myself for accountability. Like, the thought of it was exciting, but then when I thought about creating a series for it, it got even more exciting. And so then I made the thumbnails for it, and now I'm like, okay, bitch, do it then. I want to record these. Like, I'm excited about actually committing to my fitness journey in this way, and like having the proof and being able to see myself, the transformation, because sometimes that dysmorphia be gaslighting me like nothing changed. But if I have like proof for myself that I can play back in a row, then I will see it and I will know it, and I love that. I love that. So yes, I'll be recording one video a week, recording what I can of the 75 Fine challenge, and then I do have my specific videos, my once a week that I already record. So like my pillars of my channel, so my sex talk video, about my PhD videos, there's like 1, 2, 3 PhD diaries videos, and then a late 20s diary video, and then we have the May plan with me. So really trying to push myself with content this month. I really want to just document my life like crazy. I am really inspired by this part of my journey, and I know that I just know this is monumental for myself. Like, being able to watch this back is going to be like so interesting a year from now, and I want as much as possible to look at. So that's kind of my approach to content going forward. So when I turn this view into a calendar, so looking at my posting schedule, so looking at April, my posting schedule, I have a video posting every Monday, and they're recorded up until the 15th already, so that's great. And then this one is going to go live once I finish editing it, and then these videos will go live every Monday, and I'll be posting the fitness videos on Fridays as long as I record them. You see, there's an ample amount of space between when I start recording them and when they're posted, so that I have time to figure out how I want to make the video quality. Like, if you have to rush to make it, like record it and do it the same day, I know that it impacts. And seeing Quin spend years on her projects and seeing the attention to detail that she pours into stuff, I'm only more affirmed in my ability to take the time to plan out my videos and think thoroughly about how my life is connected to my content and not the other way around. So love it. This is my content calendar for the month, but when I look at my filming calendar, it looks different. So like my April filming looks like this versus the posting looks differently. So I am now filming 2 videos a week instead of just 1, is what I'm trying to do. If I don't do this, I won't be upset with myself. Just 1 video a week is my minimum. So as long as I meet my minimum, I'm great, but I'm reaching for the max this month. This month of all months, I don't know why, but I feel led to do it. So we'll see how it goes. So yes, that's this month's content calendar. Amen. This is the end of the Notion update. This was really good. Someone's playing Body to Body out the window. Can y'all hear it? Okay, we're gonna get into the April plan with me next. So let's get into that. I'm likely gonna play my current Bigs playlist while I fill it out. We're deep into the April plan with me, so let's get into some of my plans for this upcoming month and quarter. So I have made here the cover page. I've just put a quick overview of my goals. Well, going back some, I suppose, I did fill out the weekly view of this quarter because I do have a very strict plan for what I need to follow for graduation. And I actually kept both of my vision boards the same for the quarter and for April because they really do still embody what I want to carry. So coming back to this front page for April, the cover page, a new era of me is really what I'm stepping into, what I'm hoping to capture and just really embody. And then I have my quick goals there. I filled in my calendar with my video recording dates, my PhD dates, and then my personal things I want to do. And the vision board is the same as the previous month. Still those graduation vibes, those fitness, study, baddie vibes. Going deeper into my goals, my first goal is to submit my dissertation by the end of this month. It's like a goal and a requirement, okay? So the steps that I have to complete for that are getting the data. That's something I'm waiting on, and then I can fit the data, do my parameter estimation, my sensitivity analysis, and write my conclusion. So all of that is kind of simultaneous, just as soon as I have the data, and then updating my presentation with those results. So that's what I have to do for submitting my dissertation in the next 3 to 4 weeks. At the same time, I want to submit some job applications, at least 10. My action items for this are continuing to send network emails. I do have a template. I want to send some apps through LinkedIn. I want to send some on some sites that I have bookmarked. And so I want to organize all of this into my Notion database and also create a cover letter template because I have not done that particular step yet. And then my third goal is the 75 Fine Challenge. I previously started this in February, and it started out really transformative, and I lost momentum. So I'm actually recording myself on YouTube for the second attempt, and the things I know I really want to work on are getting my daily walk every day, really following my strength training strategy. I've created a plan for myself based on my goals that I should stick to. I want to really get back into 10 pages of fiction reading, like my storybook reading. I have a book I want to read every morning. I am getting much better with my skincare and my beauty routine, so I really want to track that this month, along with my water goal. I'm learning that to be actually quite important for what I want to see in my body and energy. So those are my goals for April. Somebody's blasting music outside right now, and I live in the city, so it's just unavoidable. So we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna deal with it while we go through the final section, the ward out section. Jamming, I tell you. So ward out is what I've been wearing out in March. So first, let's get into albums that I've been wearing out in March. I've been loving Maya the Dawn's Hot Commodity album. My favorite track off there is Expensive. My feelings and in my bag. Now I'm acting different. Niggas always asking when I'm free. I'm always expensive. I love it so fucking much. Like, I've really been playing it. The rap girls are really doing it for me. I'm waiting for someone to buy me Megan Thee Stallion tickets for this summer, okay? I'm loving the rap girls. I've also been playing out Eternal Sunshine. My favorite track off there right now would have to be Bye. No, I take that back. No, my favorite track off there would have to be the Don't Wanna Break Up Again. And then I've been playing out Mother's album. I know it's only been a day and a half, but I know I'm gonna play it out. I've already added my favorites to my current playlist, so that means they're gonna be listened to every day. And as of this moment, my number one off the album is Daughter. I know y'all hear that Italian. I know y'all hear how hot she get. I know you hear how haunting and beautiful. And like, if you are a daddy issues girl with the love of your mom, like, you get this vibe. Like, you get this vibe. This, like, I ain't like that man because I was worried about my mama, but like, you cross me, I'm just like him. Like, it turns out that I was raised by someone. Like, it resonates. Okay, I love it. I love that song. So that's the music I've been wearing out in March. I'm so grateful that they both dropped. I haven't listened to Sir's project yet, Heavy. I know that came out. I want to listen to it. And if you have any music suggestions down below. There's so much older music that I know I haven't listened to, and when I graduate, I am just gonna like shut the world off for like a week and like binge hella shows, hella music, and like just have a bookshelf in my face. Like, I just want to do so much recreational media consumption because I love that shit, and I can't wait to have more time for it. I'm so excited about that. Anyway, random. I'm not being sponsored by Mike and Ike's. I was just eating those while I was filming. So, okay, for TV TV, what I've been watching this month, I took a pause on watching Scandal for now. I really want to get back into it because I haven't even gotten to Papa Pope's Arrival, I realized. So I'm gonna get back into it, but it's just too attention grabbing a little bit. I can't do it right now. So I'm currently watching Lucifer, and I was watching Hannibal. Someone was showing me Hannibal and I was getting into it, but like it was a little too confusing because there still wasn't proof that Hannibal was killing people or not, and I was just confused. But Lucifer is good old mysterious, cute fun. Like if you liked Castle or Rizzoli and Owls or Bones or just like any of those like propaganda shows growing up, then right up your alley. You know what I'm saying? Lucifer is right up your alley. Like the serious detective, flirty, kind of useless cop duo, solving crimes, falling in love. Love that shit. It's great. And with like, you know, its own, oh my god, iZombie, listen, this genre of show, love it. So that's kind of where I'm at with TV. Have that going when I'm doing my work, and those are the things I kind of bounce between. And then I also watch a lot of YouTube. Oh, I should start adding that to my favorites. So let me go through the YouTube channels I've been loving. I'm just gonna see who's at the top of my subscriptions because, you know, that's kind of how YouTube works. I've been loving Kennedy. Loving Kennedy's channel. I just love how real she is and the things she talks about, and it really feels like I'm like hanging out with a friend when I put on her videos. I've been loving Faye Bate. She makes like productivity, medical school, relatable, like girl boss, but I'm just a girl type videos. Resonates, inspiring. I hope to give similar vibes of like encouragement. Like you can also do it vibes. Like appreciate her community, happy to be a part of that. I've been loving Bria Jones content. She's like a sit down and talk to you with a mic in front of you type vibes, and really just like giving life advice and sharing lessons, and I appreciate that now, especially from Black women, particular Black women. So like I have been loving their channel specifically. And then lastly, I guess I'm gonna get 5, is Jenna Hong. I've been loving her channel. She does work to live diaries, days in the life, fitness videos, and so those resonate with me as someone who's also 27, doing working and living and like trying to balance my work life with my real life, and you know, do fitness things. So like very relatable content as well. So these 5 channels have really been doing it for me, and are also what I watch when I am like entertaining myself throughout the month. And then getting into movies, I was racking my brain for movies because I was like, I don't think I've watched anything. But I remember that when I was with my lover earlier this month, we watched No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, and like she was dating a teenager or something like that. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler, but yeah, I watched that movie earlier this month. I remember that. Aside from that, I don't remember anything, and I guess I would rate that movie because the other movies I remember, I think I watched in a previous month. So I don't know. I need to get better about tracking movies the year, but anyway. And then lastly, we have my miscellaneous favorites, and I've had my sweet tooth return this month. I've been loving candy. I've been loving Airheads, but I've been eating a lot of those, so I got Mike and Ike's instead today. But I've been loving Airheads. I've also been loving French tips. Like I took them off today because I had 2 missing nails, and I'd rather have no nails than have missing nails. But French tip is doing it for me. Like I think the summer look for me will be French still on my hands and feet. I don't know if I'm gonna do full white toe. I feel like you have to really commit to your toe shape or have it like the top look done right for white toe to like hit the way I like it to hit. So I'm probably gonna stick with the French tip for my aesthetic in Q2, but we'll see. And those are just the main things that I feel like are favorites. I'm still trying out my skincare routine. I think it's doing me good, but I don't want to like claim anything as a favorite yet. I feel like you need like 90 days to know how it's doing. I'm only about 30 days in, so we'll see. But those are all of my favorites. Okay, friends. Friends, we are at the end of this month's plan with me. I hope you have enjoyed planning April with me. I am so excited about this next quarter. I really feel like my life is about to change. I really feel like I'm stepping into the things I have always wanted to be. Like when we have that vision for ourselves, I feel like I'm literally living in it, and I am taking time to like stop and smell the roses and appreciate that I'm living in answered prayers right now. About to graduate is an answered prayer. Graduated is an answered prayer. After, everything after will be an answered prayer. The fact that I'm just even here is amazing, and I am going to take all the lessons of this past quarter, this past year, this past 27 years, and really turn myself into the kind of person that I've always wanted to be. Like, the time is now. Like, my life isn't going to start after this. My life isn't going to start after a certain thing happens. My life is all of the happenings, the everyday. So I'm excited about this month. I'm excited about my life. I'm so grateful for my life. I'm so grateful for yours as well. I am so thankful that you are tuning in with me, and I really hope you share with me your plans for this April. If you want to connect with me and stay accountable for your goals, we are still doing the We're Productive People Club throughout this quarter for the end, up until the end of May. So I'm very excited about that. That's every Sunday from 9 to 11, prepping for the week. But then we're also going to be starting co-working sessions, like literally getting on Zoom, muting ourselves, doing our work, checking in, and bringing back that style of like media connection and Zoom connection. I feel like it's going to be so beneficial for completing my dissertation work. So I'm very, very excited about that for the WPP Club. And also, if you need a tool for staying accountable this quarter, I have the Better Choices Quarter 2 Planner down below. The link is free. Please leave a review if you really find that you like it. Like, I really appreciate y'all's feedback on the first one, and I can't wait to just bring even more great stuff to my community. I have learned so much about what works for me, and I just want to share as much as I can and learn from you as well. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in my very next video. Bye, friend. Oh my God.